We got ourselves Jade Soldier, Auntie Blue, Garber in the back, Depression in the front. We got Seawark and Boomstar versus Team Red with Hellhunter, Night Demon, Rogue, plain Rogue. I guess it's Monk on Rogue now. Thundress as well as Zed. Good luck and a fun, everybody. I like the amount of elemental shamans we're getting, dude. We're not getting some crazy elemental shaman plays, but I really like the fact that we're getting some, dude. That's another class that I don't really see a lot is Shaman. More enhancement, more elementals, the better, man. Depression's looking like he just wants to get in and get in front of Night Demon, dropping down the Guardian of Azeroth. Interesting choice, flying up in the air while the Guardian is belting a Night Demon. He's actually going to go flying up it as well. With Blurry, he does get tagged with a Corruption. Zachary, is that Zachary actually with Depression? Is that Zachary or not? Is that Zachary soon on Medieval? He does get himself a clean kill on Night Demon though. One of you guys said Zachary wanted to play. I'm guessing it's Zachary, right? He's gonna have, Think from Beyond for Rogue attacking him. He's actually popping his cloak. What is he? Is his assassination? Is his subtlety? I can't even tell. Depression going for a little bit of a blade dance after taking down Night Demon. Cloak of Shadows coming out for Rogue as Twisted Appendage joins the fight. I think it is Depression, Twisted Appendage. It is. Rogue is gonna take a lot of that corruption damage. This is another Thing from Beyond. Melts him. Oh my god. Just obliterate himself with his own corruptions. Looks like it is gonna be the next Shaman Zit next. I think Thundress try to go next, but it looks like Depression is just gonna have to go from one person to another into a lightning lasso by Zidika, just trying to lasso out, wrangle up Depression for his second stun onto the Shaman. He does get also smacked around by the tentacle as well. That was just a perfect lineup. He's still gonna continue to hit by it. Actually had to save a global just to hit the thing, just to hit the tentacle. Dropping down Sky Fury. Does he have any big damage? Trying to go for a bit of a heal. The Sky Fury might be able to give him a bit of a heal as Depression was trying to see if he can toss himself out of the slows just to get on top of Zidika's, just continue pummeling damage. I mean, he just continued to smack the boy around. Zidika's looking for some line of sight, escaping from the rain of Fell Lance, is still hitting him and still clipping him around the chain, barely in line of sight. Stun onto Zid yet again. Does himself the Primal Fire Elemental Dome, walling his damage up. Might be able to get himself a big setup onto the Demon Hunter. Depression does not finish off his I-Beam cast. They just want to continue doing damage. Lightning Lasso does do quite a bit of damage as Zidika's does try to equalize each other's health. It looks like he's just going to continue being on the run, dude. He's just a Ghost Wolf, just continuing to be on the run, dropping down the Earth Boy onto Depression to try to see if he can stun lock him. And looks like Depression is just actually getting quite low on health. Looks like the dot's actually wearing thin on him. Zidika's got up quite a bit of health. Looks like Depression might want to back up a little bit. Looks like he's just staying super aggressive, getting hit with an Earth Shock right after Zidika's taking down the Demon Hunter with Garber up next. That's a big old Fury Warrior. It is Zach? Okay, so Zach is guiding Depression. Okay. Yeah, because I saw the Azeroth, Guardian of Azeroth. I was like, I think it's actually what Zach is using Demon Hunter. Does Zach just change from like a Night of Demon Hunter male to a female Night of Demon Hunter? Either way, man. It's going to be Garber getting hit with the stars. Actually, I think maybe Garber stars might be in play here. Does get a stun into Zidika's, but Zid, it just continued to run, dude. This man is just on a run. Look how buff he is, dude. Look at that broad chest, dude. Probably did push-ups before this, before the duels or whatever, you know what I mean? Just keeping those big old goat legs all nice and toned. Knock back onto Garber for a second. Does have a Reflect available, and it's going to send a Maledict at Zidika's, but he doesn't have a way to catch up. Just has to walk up using those totems that Zidika's drops in order to just get himself a Bloodthirst. Does get a pummel onto the Hex. Zidika's in a bad spot, increasing his own health by quite a number. Is going to get a trinket out of that Stormbolt. Does he have anything to follow up? Does have a Lightning Lasso to stop Garber for a second. That's going to be Counter-Strike Totem getting counter-struck by Garber himself. Reflect is up, so Zidika's just can't do anything but actually just continue running. The stars still continue to drop for Garber, trying to get himself a bit of a setup with a Stormkeeper, but didn't do it. Garber dropping a flag on the guy like BM boy that he is. Man, Thundress, that was just... I feel like why Zidika's just running all over the place. I feel like you need to take a page out of his book or something, man. Just go for the runs. Just go for the long runs. No, try to get a Lightning Lasso onto Garber, but it is going to get locked down. in a Stormbolt. Blaze Storm coming out to keep him alive from that capacitor totem. Does not want to get CC whatsoever. Thunder's already feeling a lot of pressure from the Fury Warrior, trying to go for Hex, but that's going to be immediate pummel out of Garber as soon as he feels like he's in a good position. Does go for a Fear into Thundress. It looks like actually Thundress is able to free cast himself. Hex coming out, actually hexes himself as a Reflect comes out for Garber. Perfect opportunity for Garber to get himself a little bit of control onto Thundress. Does Stormbolt him as he pops in Ghost Wolf. And he's going to be able to hit the totems. He actually needs to make sure he's bloodthirsty in the totems at all times if he's able to get himself slows off, because Thundress just keeps dropping down totems, which are good for him. But it's good for Garber, just continuing to get him some slows. Look at that, slight movement speed increase, gives him a little bit of rage to continue trucking along and just continue running Earthbind totem. Just bloodthirst off of that, give himself a little bit of a heal. It's just so good. I guess any class is going to drop down any of those things. Any small things for you to attack, like a Hunter, Pet class, or a Shaman, going to be reflective over for Garber. Does get a charge, Stormbolt on Thundress, knocking him back. Maledict onto Thundress, and Garber just going to go for a Blaze Storm in case the Lightning Lasso was going to come out for Thundress. Does drop down a capacitor, kills it immediately, tries to get a pummel onto Thundress. Does still have that lasso. Tricky coming out for Garber. I think that was a human Rachel this time. So let's see, his normal trick is going to be on a minute 30 cooldown. Thundress is barely alive somehow. Does try to get a Hex out to Garber. He goes for Reflect. I think he might be able to Hex him now. Pummel coming down as he gets a charge in. Thundress is somehow still alive in this game. I don't believe it. Hex trying to come out. Stormbolt to follow. Garber is just not giving these guys an opportunity. He's playing it very much like a rogue. Hex coming back up. Does finally land the Hex. Garber still has the Echo and Void hitting Thundress either way. Thundress finally got himself a bit of a Stormkeeper. Can he go for big damage finally? Is this his opportunity? Lightning Lasso onto Garber. Trying to see if he can get him low enough. And if he has a knockback, that could be perfect to knock him back from those charges. That's going to be a bit of Zaps. Knockback coming out. Maybe a big Earthshock to follow. More Zaps. This is actually out of Zaps completely. Garber is still looking very healthy. Wall coming up for Thundress as he gets locked down with a Stormbolt. It's actually a little bit of a back and forth between Thundress running and Garber chasing. These guys are not going down without a fight. Charge comes in by Garber. More stars crashing down, I believe, by Garber. Reflect is up. It looks like Thundress might be going down. Execute available, and down he goes. Garber taking him out. Yo, Down, those have been awesome today. Good fight, everyone. Yo, thank you, Landro Land. Yo, can we get a hashtag Landro chat for that beautiful donation? I'm glad you enjoyed the duels, my man. Glad you like them. Next up is going to be Hell Hunter. Are we seeing a Beast Mastery or a Marksmanship Hunter for today? Do people see your pet, that little goat that you have? Does he know where you are? It looks like he's looking right at you. It looks like he knows where you are. You are playing. Oh, Garber saw where the trap was. He walked up on the trap, pop Reflect, and just walked over it. Hell Hunter actually freezing trapped himself. Had to trinket his own freezing trap. Got himself the double trap rapid fire either way. He had a lot of cooldown set up and ready to go, but Garber kind of put a stop in those plans. He's just going to wait out until True Shot R is done. Yeah, he's just waiting you out. Oh my god, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, Hell Hunter, you're not going to have an easy time fighting this guy. Aim shots. He's almost still able to get the aim shots off though. No, Garber's actually just going to hit the Fed. He's going to hit the Hell Wasp. And he's going to get a Stormbolt onto Hell Hunter. No trinket available. Trinket at his own Freezing Trap. Garber is actually just outplays, man. The big outplays, but a big Fury Warrior. It looks like Hell Hunter is rolling an explosive shot. I don't know if that really is good for PvP. Mally rolling up onto Hell Hunter. Garber could just walk over this trap and pop Reflect. Is he going to do it? He knows it's there. He knows it's there. He could just veer into it with a Reflect and be down. What? Reflect? No charge through it, man. He just wanted to make sure he's staying mobile. It's going to be a trap that he didn't walk into. Hell Hunter tried to see if he can count him back to it. I wonder if it's an explosive trap or a charge trap. Stormbolt onto Hell Hunter. Doesn't really have a lot to work with. Does have double tap available. Is he going to be able to do anything? Turtle Shell coming out with acceleration. He is walking over a trap. It is a tar trap, though. The Garber's Infinite Star still continuing to just build up off of one person into the next. Hell Hunter taking quite a bit of damage from that. It looks like Garber is just going to be on top of him. Double trap available with Charge Trap. Is going to land a Fear onto Hell Hunter right after. I feel like at this point that's it, man. Rapid fire, yep. I don't know how a Marksman Hunter is supposed to do anything here, dude. But look at this man. He's literally on fire, dude. He's fired up. Oh my god. Big old 3-0 and quite a bit of healing for Garber. Where will play, boys? Where will play about both depression?